70 years ago, December the 1st, 1955, Mrs. Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat, and in doing so sparked a movement. It was a Thursday evening when a 42-year-old seamstress named Rosa Parks boarded a segregated bus right here in the city of Montgomery, Alabama. She was on her way home from work at the Montgomery Fair department store, about 5 miles from her apartment. It seemed like an ordinary day in a segregated world. At around 6 o'clock in the evening, tired from a long day's work, she boarded the bus for her return trip home. Mrs. Parks was a faithful churchgoer, a devoted member of St. Paul African Methodist Episcopal Church, where the Reverend Dr. Agnes Lover presently serves as the pastor right here in this city. She was humble, soft-spoken, steady and strong, a salt of the earth kind of person. But on that day, she refused to give up her seat. And because she refused, she was arrested. Her arrest would change the course of history. Her action ignited what would become known as the Montgomery bus boycott, one of the most significant and successful nonviolent protests in American history. For 381 days, the black citizens of Montgomery refused to ride the city buses. They walked to work, organized carpools, and stood together in a united front against segregation and injustice. Their perseverance paid off. On December 20th, 1956, after more than a year of sacrifice, the United States Supreme Court upheld a federal court's decision declaring bus segregation unconstitutional. The boycott ended in triumph, and the modern civil rights movement was born. It was a young pastor of Dexter Avenue Baptist Church, just 100 yards from where we stand today, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who said of her, Mrs. Rosa Parks is one of the finest citizens of Montgomery. No one can doubt the height of her character, the depth of her Christian commitment, or the boundless reach of her integrity. Rosa Parks was a fine Christian woman, unassuming yet unwavering. Ms. Parks was a trailblazer and not a pathfinder. And because she refused to give up, she stood up for generations yet unborn. I had the privilege of meeting Ms. Rosa Parks in August of 1997 at the Michigan Annual Conference of the African Methodist Episcopal Church, hosted by Ebenezer AME Church in Detroit, Michigan, as a young cleric in ministry. She was dressed in her deaconess attire, graceful, dignified, and serene. I was awed of her stately presence, and I immediately knew I was gazing at history. So today, on the 20th anniversary of her death, we, the members of the African Methodist Episcopal Church and all of humanity, are grateful for that one single act of quiet courage that changed the way we see justice, equality, and freedom. And because of her faith and fortitude, the laws of transportation and the conscience of a nation were forever changed. And now, nearly 70 years later, we stand on these grounds to honor her legacy with a statue that will forever remind the world of her courage. Her contribution is beyond comprehension. Her witness is eternal. We thank those who deemed it not robbery to memorialize her in this way, so that all who pass the Alabama State Capitol will know Rosa Parks passed this way.